Well, it's probably the most helpless feeling a neighbor can have as a home catches fire and it's just too involved for anyone to save the person inside, their neighbor. This morning, a woman died in her Annapolis home before anyone could get to her. Cheryl Conner is back now with more on this investigation. Cheryl?
And Rosie, we questioned why the fire department had a dog sniffing out the property. Nothing has been ruled out at this point. Arson is still a possible cause. Tonight, neighbors are going to bed with so much on their minds. There's no wall left standing on the back of the home. 6 hours after flames shot through the roof, fire investigators were still sifting through what was the victim's bedroom on Newport Avenue in the Arundel on the Bay community.
Just looking at it, it was terrifying, so I couldn't even imagine somebody being in there.
14-year-old McCall Johnson ran outside and took this picture. The flames were intense for about 40 minutes. Her mom, along with several neighbors, called 911. Ross Silverwood kept looking outside, wondering if his friend was home.
I just felt like if she's not out of that house by now, she's not going to get out.
His hands were tied. Silverwood said the victim was trying to get her life back together after her husband died just 6 weeks ago. She was the only one home when the fire was reported just before 10 Sunday morning. A fire spokesman has not identified the victim, but says she was in her 50s. A dog that is trained to sniff out clues was brought in.
It's routine on a call of this nature to bring in extra dogs and to confirm and to make sure that we have everybody accounted for.
But fire investigators aren't saying if the dog is sniffing for possible accelerants. The cause is still unknown and arson has not been ruled out. The fatal fire captured the hearts and minds of neighbors all day. People who just got their power on after a week stood in the heat and watched firefighters go to work.
It was just a bad way to get everybody together, but we were all together and it was a good way to be a community.
And speaking of the heat, 50 firefighters were on the scene mainly to allow for frequent breaks while another team went in. Investigators know there were smoke alarms in the home. They aren't certain, though, if they were working. Cheryl Conner, ABC 2 News.